I hate it when there's a story about somebody else's misery and I enjoy it. I feel so guilty when I saw this headline, broke Hunter Biden asks judge to throw out the laptop lawsuit because he's millions in debt and he lost his home in the LA wildfires. I shouldn't take any satisfaction from that, but I admit I do. Guy got a preemptive pardon from his dad after Joe Biden shamelessly promised he would never do so. Hunter Biden, I believe, is a broken, troubled man with all kinds of nefarious intentions. He asked a federal judge yesterday to drop the laptop hacking lawsuit that he slapped against a former Trump White House aide because he's millions of dollars in debt. He said his dwindling sales from his artwork and memoir has him in significant debt, keeping him from litigating this case against Garrett Ziegler. Now, you understand, he sued him. So he's suing the guy, and now he wants the judge to throw it out because he's broke and he can't afford the lawsuit. I mean, why am I enjoying this so much? It's like seeing the meme of Nancy Pelosi from the president's speech the other night. I told you about the picture on the left, which showed her the video of her ripping up Trump's State of the Union speech. One of the most tawdry, classless, grotesque acts I've ever seen in major political life. Ever. Ever. Is there anything worse, really? Well, they got pretty bad this week, didn't they? With their stupid paddles and their booing and their hissing, carrying on, the goofy guy with the cane waving that around. But the meme showed how it started and how it's going. I love those how it started, how it's going memes, don't you? And how it started was Nancy on the left ripping up Trump's State of the Union speech. How it's going? Did you see her in her seat at the speech Tuesday night? Leaning on a cane. I swear it looked like she was sipping like whiskey out of the cane. I don't know if she was drinking something out of it or she was chewing on it. She's all hunched over. She looks, and I know she suffered a broken hip. She fell down the steps a couple months ago. And at her age, that's not good. And I take a lot of satisfaction from that, and that's wrong. I know it's wrong. I know it's sinful to enjoy somebody else's misery. Look, it could be any one of us. We've all been through rough times. There are highs and lows in everybody's life. But watching Hunter Biden and Nancy Pelosi, two of the most odious figures of our lifetime, crash and burn this way, I just feel a sense of satisfaction. Am I wrong? Donald Trump Jr. said something about his dad's speech this week that really resonated with me, and I've been thinking a lot about this narrative that Democrats really do hate the American people. And a lot of people hear that and they roll their eyes and they think, oh, that's just rhetoric, that's hyperbole, stop being so melodramatic. But listen to what Don Jr. said about it.
Guys, amazing State of the Union on Trump Force One heading back to Florida. Just so we're clear, so you understand just how deranged the Democrats are, though, they couldn't stand up for a 13-year-old kid with cancer who was made an honorary agent of the Secret Service. Think about that for a second. Democrats couldn't stand up when tonight, in breaking news, they announced that they captured the mastermind of the Abbey Gate terror that took the lives of 13 U.S. Marines in a disastrous Afghan withdrawal. Perhaps one of the most embarrassing moments in American history. They couldn't stand for those things, let alone about 1,000 other things that make total sense and benefit Americans. That's where the Democrat Party is today. They hate you They hate our country, and they're imbeciles. Remember that in midterms, guys. Don't forget the energy. Don't lose any of that. Vote them out permanently.
You know, I truly believe and hope that we continue this energy through the midterms. Who knows if that's sustainable? Because right now we're flying pretty high. Republicans are hitting all the right notes. You saw the poll numbers after Trump's speech. 76% of speech watchers in the CBS poll approved of Trump's speech. 76%. You know that means there's a lot of Democrats that like what he said. His poll numbers right now are through the roof for the speech. And the poll numbers for the Democrats and all their shenanigans with their stupid paddles and their signs and their booing and their hissing and their Al Green, they carry on as if they hate Americans. They carry on as if they hate this country. The bottom line is they're stubborn, they're defiant. Here's Al Green himself. This is the guy, and I love the cane. I always love when he waves the cane around like Thor's hammer. You know, he's like Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber. Only his is this gold-plated cane. Got to be gold, you know? You don't want to have a silver-plated cane. You got to have a gold handle on that. I've never seen him lean on the cane. I don't even think he uses the cane to help him walk. He just waves it around. And he very clearly made it very obvious he would do it all over again.
But I will tell you, I appreciate you. No anger. The officers who escorted me out, they were kind to me. I don't blame the speaker for anything. Friends, I would do it again. I have to be candid with you. I'm not trying to in some way insult you. This is a matter of principle. This is a matter of conscience.
You think it's principled to interrupt the President of the United States who is giving an address to the joint session of Congress? You think standing there screeching, "You have no mandate," is principled? Here's a Democrat from Massachusetts melting down over Republicans proceeding with censure efforts against Al Green.
They sprint to the floor to censure Al Green because he hurt Trump's feelings. It is pathetic, Mr. Speaker. Now look, we know what this is all about. Republicans don't work for America. They don't work for you. They don't work for veterans. They don't work for the teachers or the nurses or the firefighters or the factory workers or the waitresses or the farmers. They work for Trump.
So the Democrats are going to Democrat. They're going to melt down. They're going to sing "We Shall Overcome." They're going to pretend that somehow Al Green is a victim of some sort. But I think we ought to focus on policy. I think we ought to focus on policies that the American people are rejecting. And here's the censuring of Al Green means absolutely, virtually nothing. You heard him say, "I'd do it all over again." So I guess every time the President of the United States is going to speak before the American people and Congress for the next 4 years, Al Green's going to make a fool out of himself. I mean, at some point, you got to say, should you arrest somebody? Should you impeach them? Al Green is the guy who is once again, for the 97th time, preparing articles of impeachment against Donald Trump. Shouldn't Green be impeached? That kind of stuff matters. Remove the guy from office. Hit him where it hurts. Censuring doesn't mean anything.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.